In this tutorial, we will learn together how to partition a part within the mesh module in order to refine the mesh. We begin by drawing a prismatic part that contains a hole. In order to mesh the part, we will import it into the assembly module, and then we will work within the mesh module. We start by generating an initial mesh to see how it will be distributed. We can further reduce the overall size of our mesh. We will refine the mesh around the hole, as this is the region where stress concentration may occur. We will start by creating a surface partition using the Partition Face, Sketch function. We begin by selecting a plane on which we will draw the sketch and choose an edge to orient the part. Then, we will draw a circle around the hole and add a line that will control the number of elements. When we finish drawing the sketch, we click on the red cross to exit the active function, and then we click on Done to exit the sketch. Now that we have created a surface partition, we can convert it into a 3D partition using the Partition Cell, Extrude, Sweep Edges function. This technique allows us to extrude edges. In this example, we will select the circle we just drew and extrude it through the part. Next, we will generate a mesh to evaluate its distribution. We notice that the mesh is not optimal around the hole. We will use the Seed Edges function to refine it. We start by selecting the two circles and imposing the same number of elements on both of them. Then, by selecting the edge, we will impose 3 elements between the two circles. We will remesh the part to evaluate the mesh. We notice that ABAX did not always respect the 3 elements between the two circles. To solve this issue, we will create a surface partition using the same technique as before and add 2 edges to guide the mesh. Then, using the Seed Edges function, we will impose 3 elements on the 2 new edges. This technique has allowed us to achieve a refined mesh around the hole. We will now refine the mesh in the rest of the part. We will cut the outer part into 4 partitions. In this tutorial, we will again use the same technique of surface partition followed by a 3D partition. We could have used a 3D partition directly by utilizing the planes. After completing the partitions, we observe that the outer part of the part changes to green. ABEX can mesh this part using structured meshing techniques. For the yellow region, ABEX uses the swept meshing techniques.